Video is for Unit 5, Learning Target 5. It's designed for students that attend Grant County Middle School and are preparing for an upcoming test in 6th grade social studies. Hate to keep saying that, but I don't want anybody else really watching it other than those that need to. But anyway, hi again. This learning target is explain how land use conflict in the Amazon affects the region. And when we studied the Amazon rainforest, we read about 6 different groups of people who wanted to use the rainforest to meet their own needs. And when they used it for their needs, sometimes that conflicted with some of the other groups' needs. And this difference among the many different groups over how best to use the rainforest is how we describe why there is land use conflict, because they just disagreed on how such an important area to each of them should be used. So that would define that particular topic. The next thing we talked about was sustainable development. Some groups wanted sustainable development or practiced it, while others did not. The groups that practiced sustainable development would be the environmentalists, the native Amazonians, and the rubber tappers. The ones that did not would be the loggers, the ranchers, and the settlers. They did not practice sustainable development. And so what would be an element of somebody who would practice sustainable development? That would be using trees for rubber tapping. That would be a way of using the rainforest without destroying it. Anything where you build anything like roads or houses or some sort of settlement, that would destroy the rainforest, and people who would be for that would definitely not be for sustainable development. All of this lack of sustainable development that was taking place between the loggers, the ranchers, and the settlers led to deforestation in the rainforest, because once the rainforest was torn down, their presence there did not allow for the forest to regrow itself back. And even though wood is a renewable resource, in this case it would become non-renewable because they weren't able to replace it. So the group that's most responsible for the deforestation would be the loggers. I think that's kind of a no-brainer type of thing, because they're the ones that are cutting down the trees. So that's the definition of deforestation, is a major loss of trees. So that goes from there. Environmentalists would be the enemies of the loggers. Much like our earlier unit on urban sprawl, the environmentalists don't want development. They would rather the development stay there. The reason why is because they want to preserve the rainforest biodiversity, and that's the flora and the fauna of the region. And so that's what they are mostly wanting to protect. The reason why is because of the carbon-oxygen cycle. And this is basically where carbon dioxide and oxygen go back and forth between plants and people in the environment, and we monitor this because without oxygen, humans would have a lot of problems, and plants help us keep the proper amount of oxygen on the planet. This should prepare you for this particular topic. It's a large one, as we studied 6 different groups, but if you could split those 6 different groups into 2 categories, those who practice sustainable development, those that don't, you should be well off. Good luck.